Hello, today we are going to make an object for Toribash. In this tutorial we will make a hat, which we will put on the head of the character in game. To start off, we go to the Polygons tab, press the sphere, go to the Modeling Toolkit, and here we can see the object attributes for the object. And on the scale we want 0.2, 0.2 and 0.2 and the XYZ. And this will scale the object to the size of the head in Toribash. Notice that we are using Maya 2016 student version. And the different versions looks a bit different, so be aware of that, but the same tools will be available in all the versions. And on top of this sphere we are going to do a cylinder by pressing this button and then rotating it 90 degrees in the X value over here. Scale it down by pressing R and then dragging it down like this with the mouse. And then we are going to press W and move it on top of the head. This will be our hat. Now we go to the modeling toolkit again, go to multicut, hold Ctrl and press anywhere on the bottom section of the object. Now we are going to press Q to go to the select tool, press the face. You can right click and press face if it's not available. And then you press the face and then hold shift and double click the face next to it, and this will select the whole ring around the object. Now you go to the extrude button over here and drag the blue arrow out until you get your hat. You can use your creativity. You can create a sombrero, a small, I don't know what this is, or like a basic top hat, which we are going for in this case. Go back to object mode by right clicking, object mode, press the hat, and then go to UV and go to planar. Now we go to Windows and UV editor to view our UVs. Press R to scale the UVs and rotate it by clicking this or this. This will rotate it 45 degrees at the time. So we rotate it until we get the right way up. Now to export it, we go to Image, create PSD network. After selecting our object, insert 512 times 512. This you can choose anything you want, but this is the resolution of the texture. And press this to choose the location. I'm just going to put it on the desktop. Name it anything you want, doesn't really matter. And press save. Press color and transfer it over to selected attributes, and this will enable us to edit the color of the object. And press apply. Now we go into Photoshop if I can find it. Where did I put my Photoshop? Oh, there we have it. Now we are going to open the file we just saved. And here we have the hat. Now we can edit the hat by adding a new layer on top of the black layer here. And I'm going to make a red ring on the hat. It doesn't really matter where you make it and if it overlaps the lines or not. But if you want it to look neat, you can just do like this and make it fit inside the white lines. Now we are going to disable the UV snapshot by clicking this, because we don't want it to show up in the texture. Press File, Save As. I'm going to put it on the desktop for now. Save it as a targa and name it Head OBG. This is very important that you name it correctly, or else it won't import into Toribash. Press Save. Save it as a 32-bit file and press OK. And now we're going to go into our Toribash folder, which is in this location. We're going to delete the head that is already there. Going to Toribash, open a new scene, and then we're going to put the new texture inside the Toribash folder by going to desktop, copying it, and pasting it inside here. And we're going to export the model from Toribash by clicking the hat and going to File and Export Selection. Here I have OBG export, and you type in head. It has to be head, it can't be anything else, or else it won't work. Export selection, and there we go. If you can't export as an OBG, you need to go to Windows, Settings, Plugin Manager, and enable OBG over here in the loaded, where it says OBG export.mll. So now we are going to import the hat into Toribash folder by copying it and just pasting it in. Now we open the item.dat file and we place this line. This is the head object, and we save the file. You can just copy my code or you can make your own. You can view what code you want in my tutorial on the forums. I'm not going to go over it right here. So after we've done that, we can open Toribash, start free play mode, and then you can see the hat. You can also edit the hat after you are done. Right here you can see the hat is really far up on the head, so I kind of want it a bit further down. I just press this, move it down, export, desktop, replace this, go to desktop, copy this, go into your uke folder and replace. And now when I open free play again, you can see the head, the hat I mean, moved further down on the head. You can also edit the texture if you want. I'm not going to do it here, but do whatever you want. And yeah, there we have it. To view how many polygons you have in the scene, you can go to Window, and go to display, heads up display, and then there should be something named polygon. Yeah, there we go. And this shows so many faces, triangles, and edges you have in the scene. And we don't want this to be too high because then it will lag inside the game. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope I learned you something. And please post on the forums if there's any questions about this tutorial. Yeah, see you later.